my favorite guests we ever have on the show.
Pound for pound.
She's so smart. She is so entertaining. She
so
is
fat.
No, like boxers. It's like, listen, Dr.
I'm kidding. I'm
if
good.
I'm offered
Fine.
you or Garth Brooks, like because of the nature, I'm gonna take Garth Brooks. But all things considered, like you are one of our favorite guests.
I just like to be in the same sentence with Garth Brooks, and I want to cook with Trisha Yearwood. Please, can you make me do that?
Absolutely, we'll make it happen.
I love her.
Okay, we have some stuff to talk about. First of all, Dr. Lori, I got to tell you, since we've spoken to you, we put one Beanie Baby on eBay. It was a what was it, Mike?
Pouch.
Yeah, we sold it for $2,100.
I know, it's wonderful what you do for charity. It's fantastic. I'm excited for you. Good, that's great.
And with like HBO Max having this whole movie about Beanie Babies, are people reaching out to you more to go, hey, will you please appraise this stuff?
Oh, yes, sure. Yes. But these things everybody has them. So, you have to get the right expertise, and you have to know, of course, where you can get the money for them. So, you have to be able to evaluate the whole market, which is what we did here with the Pokemon cards too.
So that's why she's here, because Mike D, our head writer, one of my best friends, he said, I have all these Pokemon cards that I've been collecting as a kid. And so you have seen them all, right?
I have seen them all. There's a pretty good variety of them. Yeah. Pretty good assemblage.
So talk to me about the card that you saw where you're like, wow, that one there could be worth the most money.
Oh, okay. So a couple of things so everybody knows what they can look for. So if you're out there and you have a card, you know what to look for. A couple first editions are good to look for. Promos are good to look for. If there's a specific contest, event, something like that, holograms or something that they look for. And if your card is PSA graded or not, that impacts value. Okay, so what I was excited to see, which many of you probably would think, oh yeah, that makes sense, would be Pikachu. So the Pikachu cards, but not any Pikachu cards. One of the cards that, one of the cards that Mike D had actually has a couple of things happening. It's a promo card. It's also a card that features Pikachu. It's also a card that was from the first movie, which meant that when the first Pokemon movie was debuted, this card was part of it, so it was a limited edition. Okay. So that was pretty good. So with respect to that card, let me just say, if you want to be buried with one card, Mike D, that's probably your card.
If you want to, I'm pumped now. I don't know anything about Pokemon, so Dr. Lori, I'll tell you, I know nothing. So when you start talking about characters, except for Pikachu, I know nothing.
Yeah, it's pretty complex, I have to say. There's the wizard, there's the game, and recently, as you guys talked about earlier, $347,000 is what was paid for one of the illustrator cards, a trainer card, and that card, there are only 41 of them ever made. So that's
some crazy big number right now. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm sorry to interrupt. My heart's starting to beat a little bit though.
That's okay. I mean, but it was sold. Who it was sold by is equally important. It was sold by one of the 4 guys who developed the rules for the game. So that becomes relatively important too when you're looking at value. But getting back to Mike's cards, in fact, that Pikachu promo card, and it has all of the different symbols and all the different stuff that you're looking for, colored stars and diamonds and promos and all of this stuff that we look for, holograms. That particular card, and here's where your $350 offer was way too low. Card alone. Card alone was one card. That one card is worth $500.
Nice.
Yeah. I got that card when I went to see the movie.
I'm going to be honest. I thought you about to drop a $25,000 on it.
Oh gosh.
Okay. That's a big card. She threw a 300,000 number out there and then hit us with 500. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
That's a nice card. Now, that card, of course, will increase in value over time. Right now, you're seeing a lull in the collectibles market. And of course, everybody's going to run, now that we see this big number for that illustrator card that just sold, that, $375,000 number. Other cards have to be really perfect. They have to be in pristine condition and no creases, and the text has to be good. It has to be a very sharp print, on that card. Lot has to happen to make it pretty valuable. But 350, I don't know. I think Mike's going to need to take all you guys out to lunch.
Okay. What else we got here?
All right. What else we got? We've got a Mew card, which is relatively unusual. We've got another bunch of Pikachus. I'll just stay on Pikachu for a minute. We've got 2 other Pikachu cards in just the compilation. You sent me 5 sort of sleeves of cards to look at. And in looking at them all, the Pikachu was a nice card, but not worth as much as the one that he got when he went to the movie. Because, the movies and the contests and the tournaments are really what makes it what everybody's looking for if you were in that realm, in that arena at that time. So the other Pikachu ones are also a couple $100, but there was the Mewtwo card. And the Mewtwo card was also, and the Mew card and the Mewtwo card were also promo cards. And those cards are important for a couple of reasons. Now, his cards have shadows. So you're saying, oh, they have shadows. So those of you who don't know much about the cards, they actually added a little shadow around the boxes where the actual pocket monster is. The picture of the pocket monster, if you look over to I know you're laughing at me. You're laughing at me because you're thinking, how the heck does she know all this Picayune stuff? And I know it about everything because this is all I do. I have no family. I have no kids. I have no husband. This is all I do. So, but having said that, that particular card, the Mewtwo card, and the Mew cards come in around $450 each.
Wow.
Those are nice.
Let's go, Mike D.
How many does he have?
I have 2 of those.
Wow.
2 of those.
That's 900.
So right now you're at about $1,300.
Yeah.
Hey, way to not sell, dude. You idiot.
And I got those for
You
free.
guys are so funny because you always want to sell everything.
All right, what else we got, Dr. Lori?
Okay, and then what you have is you have the Slowpoke card. Now remember, you got the basic Pokemon cards, and the Pikachus were wizard cards, and so was the Mew card. It was a wizard card. So that becomes important as well, which category of pocket monsters or Pokemon there are. Now, you guys made me work kind of hard because I had to brush up on my Japanese too. Some of you have some Japanese cards that are relatively rare as well. Those come in about the $50 to $100 range, like $50, $85, something like that for most of them. And then there's Slowpoke. What do you think Slowpoke's worth, Mike D?
I would say maybe $200.
Yeah, Slowpoke's worth about $40. So
Loser.
right. So you start to see where you really have to assess the market, because there are folks who want to, of course, sort of drive the values up, even though they're not selling for that much. So this is what we tend to see. You had some that were just $5, $10, $40, under $50, let's say it that way. But others, for the most part, you had some pretty good winners on those first ones. So I was kind of impressed by just the little bit of your collection that I saw, because I'm guessing that you have more than 5 or 6 sleeves of Pokemon cards. Most Pokemon collectors do.
So with what Mike sent you, he's got about $2,000 worth of cards there.
Oh, probably a little more than that. But yeah, I would say $2,500 worth of cards easily. Yeah.
Mike, I will trade you my Beanie Babies for your cards.
No, I'm going to keep my cards.
All right. Mike has $2,000 in Pokemon cards. Lunchbox, how do you feel about that?
I mean, listen, I didn't know it paid so much to be a dork. And you want to know how big a dork Mike is? He has it in a Pokemon binder.
Careful.
Dork alert, nerd alert. Hey, let's walk in. You want the chicks be flying away from you when you walk in with this thing. Dude, you look ridiculous. Sorry, but congratulations.
I don't know. I got to say this.
No, I am. I mean, I've never seen a bigger nerd that he actually has a binder that is Pokemon on the outside.
This is him being jealous, Amy.
I know, but it's like as if he's about to be like, I'm so happy for Mike. And then
No,
he
I am.
turned and went like, I'm an attack. And also Mike D's married. He
I
doesn't-
understand. I don't. Once she saw, I mean, they were already in the relationship before he revealed these.
Dr. Lori, so
Yeah.
I've been talking on the air, and you and I referenced this before you came on for a second. I have something that we have found at my house that I think is very valuable, and I didn't know that you did like real life antique stuff as well.
Yes. Okay.
I think what I have found at my house, it could be worth a nickel, or it could be one of those news stories where people go, he didn't even know it was in his house. He tried to throw it away, because that's what happened.
Yeah.
So, I tell, I don't even want to say it. I don't want to say what it is on the air.
Well, then save it. Save it. We'll do it some other time, or I'll do it for you. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
How do I get it to you? Do I just take a picture of it and send it to you, or what?
Yes. Take a picture of it, send it to me. For your listeners and your viewers, they could always send something to drloriv.com. You know, it's right there. It's on my website. Find a value, send a photo. You can do that all the time. And you know, you of course can just get that photo to me. It's not a problem at all. But I appraise art, antiques, collectibles, everything. I've done it since 1998 in my national tour, and of course online through video calls. So sure.
Okay.
But the Pokemon cards were a lot of fun to look at, and he has a good collection. And of course, keeping them in pristine condition and adding to the collection as you can will only increase in value there, Mike D. So it's good you didn't take a lousy $350 from Bobby.
Well, to be fair, I said I'll give you $350 for like 30%. And I think
okay. Yes, you did do that.
Bad deal.
Yeah. You did do that. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Mike, the value has gone up, $351. At Dr. Lori V on Instagram, Dr. Lori V, or drloriv.com. Lunchbox, what are you manning about?
Yeah, I'm about to start looking for stuff. Like I'm about to start going through my house and finding some
Yeah,
things, or going
you
to
should.
like, going to like Goodwill and finding Pokemon cards and buying them.
Do you know? I mean, I gotta tell you, I teach a lot of people what to find at Goodwill and in the thrift stores. You know, because I've done this a long time. I'll teach you what to find, how to resell it. People are making a lot of money following me, and I want them to make it. I want them to succeed. Why not?
You put this information up on your Instagram or on the website, right?
I will.
At Dr. Lori V on Instagram. Dr. Lori, thank you. I'm sure we will find something we think is worth money and contact you soon.
Okay, guys, I love you. Take care.
Bye, Dr. Lori.
Bye.
It's a Bobby Bones Show.